Guys, welcome to the stream. So on the left, I've got open today's calls. We got EDU, PIRS, AMPC, TLRY, and CLPS for now. More may come to be as we continue for today. Let's see where to put the money. So yesterday I had this idea. Yesterday's recap is insane. So yesterday we looked at a bunch of things. We had RHE and SCPS. SCPS is right here, and then RHE. Both of those were the hard hitters yesterday. They did make some big moves in their success rate, but I wasn't able to make a bunch of success happen there. So yesterday was really interesting in the sense that we are looking at basically right here, May 24th. So this day trade I had a pretty nice jump, and then in attempts of trying to join on the RHE and SCPS train, the SEC with its good little fun as usual lockdowns definitely messed things up. And then near the end of the night, I decided to join in and just put the money into ETC before I went to sleep so that I could check it out. Again, I actually ended up joining ETC yesterday right at the peak. I mean, yesterday was a pretty epic day for ETC and pretty much all crypto. ETC itself, however, had a nice 50% gain just in one day. So 50% gain. It went from about $50 to $75. And I literally actually put my money into it last night before going to sleep at 79.36 average cost, 600 of them. So for today's day trades, I have quite a bit there, but I'm probably gonna just take the minor loss on it and just get rid of it so that I have the full amount available. Right now I was actually hoping it would come back to like above this, but it's struggling. It's definitely struggling. It's been stuck. This morning it actually did it. Well, not this morning, overnight, I guess, 3 a.m. This was at 82.59, so I'm not sure if it's gonna get there again. I might have to sell pretty much right now just to get out of this so that I have the rest of the money available for today's trades. And remember, guys, not always a rush to buy. So like the morning just started, you can see some things often go down as soon as the morning starts, right? And many of them tend to go up later on. TLRY is already nicely doing its thing. This is up a good 30 cents. The CLPS has gone down. I'm also looking at things that we were looking at yesterday. So for example, OBLN is looking like it might be making some moves today as well. Another one to keep an eye on is the ANVS. They have a lot going on lately, so there's always a chance that they're actually going to have a big move today too. Other than that, we're looking at VSTM, so that's another one. Let me see how VSTM is doing and what I'm going to do with it. Oh, I got to keep my eye on ETC also. Oh man, so this is exciting stuff. This is where the fun is. Week ends tend to be so boring without anything crazy happening with stocks, and it was far more boring when crypto wasn't a thing. So actually VSTM is also looking pretty good. Let me open that up right here as well. VSTM, and I think we'll keep watching VSTM and the OBLN both. Right here, VSTM and OBLN. So we're gonna see where I'm gonna put the investment for today's day trade. I'm hoping that this doesn't come all the way down. That would be a little unfortunate. I mean, I could just leave it all in here, but it's not really worth not selling. I'd rather take the minus 500 here so that I would have the whole bulk investment available to make big gains on anything that might go up. Usually if you're investing enough money, of course, in general, we all know the more money you put into something, the more you get back when it gets going and when it starts flying. So OBLN, VSTM, we can see are doing their morning thingy. They haven't really taken off though. Let's see. Another one I'm seeing is PIRS. Let's see what, oh, PIRS we have open, right here. PIRS Pharmaceutical. So as we all know, I usually tend to keep track of what's happening with the pharmaceutical stocks. Because they usually have a huge jump, if anything, when something successful occurs. So like this has already overnight, upon opening, gone from 185 to 240. I'm not sure what they did though. Let's see what's the news on this from here. Respiratory and ophthalmology collaboration with Genentech. Okay. You know, FinViz is wonderful. Like for example, yesterday FinViz had already posted by 9:30 a.m. that Scopus Biopharma has announced an FDA approval. Right. So an FDA approval for any pharmaceutical company is like hitting a gold mine. And since this news was already here by 9:30 a.m., it was more than enough time for people to join and grab what was actually almost a 100% gain, you know, 100% return on investment. But I obviously botched that up. Not entirely my own fault though. I actually got messed up by the SEC continuously locking this up for long periods of times, at which it was becoming really ridiculous to keep up with this along with everything else. So here PIRS is definitely looking like something that I would want to put money into. I'm just waiting for this to kind of go up so I can get my money out of this, but I can always just put money in for now as well. Also this one, you know, this would have been worth grabbing yesterday. Definitely would have been worth grabbing yesterday. It closed pretty low yesterday. You can see at 3 p.m. 923, and then by the end of the day 3:50 p.m. it was almost $9, and then started today again at 1025, and it's had its moments of being really high. Right, this Chinese education fund, but overall I'm not feeling very confident in picking any of this up today because it's had a pretty funky decline all year pretty much, you know. But again, like it's had a high, it's almost been $20, but ever since it hit that $20 mark it's just been dwindling. So it's definitely a very shaky place to try. PIRS is looking pretty confident. ANPC is still trying to do his thing. Biomedical, let's see what they did, if there's anything about them we should care about. Novel cancer treatment technology and product joint venture. Not exactly the most big news. You can see something like this is big news right here. They developed and completed evaluations of new generation cancer detection sensor with improved, I'm guessing, efficacy, performance, right? So that's wonderful. That kind of news is what is deserving of a jump, right? So you can see that they had that happen. This was March 9th. So yeah, you know, they've been doing pretty good with what they're creating, but overall today doesn't really, you know, they've already overnight jumped from 467 to 527 for today's achievement. Not looking like it's gonna fly anymore. PIRS is still just dwindling at 240. Veristem has now gone below. OBLN was really fun yesterday. Yesterday they were really fun. That was great. They had their first thing in the morning where they went up quite a bit. Right here you can see from 9:40 a.m. I caught, this was yesterday's catch basically. This was what I posted in yesterday's live video. So we caught this up pretty high. I went 442, and then you had multiple instances to kind of rake in more profits by joining in again and again. Right, so right here it went up again. Then you catch it again down here, and also went up higher than before, 464. right? This was actually us. This was us, right here, May 24th, right? Never mind this earlier part. May 24th, we were right here where I was able to join in on this first peak early in the morning, take a big gain, and then that was it for yesterday's stream. Then it came down, went up really high, and then it just, after that, you know, those two instances were great chances to try to get in and get a big gain out of it. So you know, you trade and you learn, day trade and you learn, and you get your lessons from right there. So today might be another day that we can play around with some Obalon action and see what's happening. I forgot what it was they were actually trending for yesterday, but it is another therapeutics stock, so that's kind of what my channel is really all about. Continues to urge stockholders to vote for merger, and another thing for merger. So there, I guess this merger would be a great deal for them because it's been all around green, right? The last few news is for them, so that's always great. Let's see what else is being discussed. And then there's, of course, I caught this last week, the AMC shorting that's apparently happening, right? So boom, there's that. This was something I was actually thinking of joining in yesterday too. I had a pretty nice moment yesterday, right? But you know, look at this. Yesterday it literally went from about 12.50 and got really high all the way to 13.75. That's $1.25 gain, and then today it's just high. Like if anyone got in on AMC yesterday, they definitely made a huge profit on this today. But it doesn't look like it. Like basically one of the harder things to learn here is often that if you missed it, you missed it. So don't try too hard. And this obviously, I missed it. Like there's no way. If I had gotten into AMC yesterday while the shorting was happening and held, then that would be one thing. But too late for that now. So no big deal. Really not sure this is gonna come back up. This is about to, it looks like it's about to make that down fall right here. But I do have the fund available that I can put into something. I'm just not seeing anything worth grabbing yet. Most things either already made their big move and don't look like they're going to make a move anymore over, since they already did their thing overnight, like right before opening basically. And this jump right here, for example, this happened yesterday, so there's no longer catchable. Same thing with these guys too. Look at that. This is basically what happens so that of course you don't benefit after the news is out, which is always a little unfortunate. AMC. If AMC falls, but then it starts making a trend back upwards, I would try to get into that. That's something I'm looking at. Let's see what else there is. So PE, PT, let's look at those. Let's see, PE is looking good. Peloton. Oof. Peloton, I'm surprised. That's a little above what I like to invest into, so not really. Wait, I want to look at PE. Excuse me. There's no PE though. Okay, let's look at PT. ANPC. Do we have that open? We do have that open. ANPC. Yeah, so right now there's not really looking like anything major we can grab at the moment. We just keep our eyes open, and for me personally, I'm hoping this ETC can go above where I have it at. Alright, one more thing to look at is USWS. Let's see how that looks. US Well Services 109. Oof, jumped up. So I always prefer 100% to grab a penny stock on its way up, and by definition that would be any stock $5 or below. So there's a couple we're looking at today, right? Like PIRS, AMPC I guess would count too, USWS. EDU is looking like it already did its thing. It's not really going to do much more recovery. This was something we were looking at yesterday too, near the end of the day because of their drop, but it wasn't, of course, evident if they're going to continue dropping today or actually have some kind of silly jump back up, which, you know, good for them. PIRS is not doing much right now either. ANPC is not. USWS is also going downwards. Let's see. TLRY is doing pretty good right now. Still going up. What happened with them? What are they jumping for? Okay. This is cannabis related. Well, anytime I think of cannabis, I look at Sundial. I've ridden Sundial up once for quite a gain, and it's a pretty good penny stock. They're also actually looking pretty minutely green today, 278% up. Sundial would be what I would want to look at if something's happening for cannabis. I'm surprised it's going up. What is happening for cannabis anyway? This is to May 24th. So yesterday they published something. What's happening? Let's see. Fallen from its massive run. Oh, it merged with Afria, the other big stock. Alright, the new combined company takes TLRY's name with Irvin Salmon serving as CEO. So wait, so Afria is no longer a Afria is no longer a thing. Okay. That doesn't mean too much. Do I want to get in on this? Usually I don't like getting in on a stock while it's going up. My general rule of thumb tends to be buy when it's kind of on the way down, just before it's about to come up, and sell when it's going up. Definitely, like if I got it in already, I would try selling while it's still pointing upwards. But let's see. The other thing I want to look at, one last one. So I'm not going to try to get into the AMC thing since it already had a pretty big jump. There's Provention Bio, PRBB. They're not looking too good right now either, though. What do I want to grab? This stupid shit is not coming back up either. So we wait on that, but the money I can put in, oh, there you go. See, this made a 250. Not looking to grab EDU. I'm going to close that out. This we'll think about. TLRY is looking good. I'm going to move that over. TLRY is looking really good, actually. Been jumping up. This would have been so had we gotten into here earlier, this would have been a pretty good jump already. But again, things happen way too quickly here. Oberon, SCPS, RHE. Let's see. 15 is this looks like it's gonna break 16 the way it's acting. This may be worth getting into. Let me see. With the funds that we have to play with, TLRY, TLRY. So entry at 1570. How many can I get? I could pick up 600 shares. So let's see. Um, hmm. Let's join in on this ride, I guess. But this is still. It would have been much better to grab it like at right here, 9:40 a.m. at 1560. But I've joined the ride. Let's see how that goes. I joined the ride with what I had available for the moment. So I got my 600 shares of this. If it breaks 16, that's definitely looking like something I would sell at. But it might have a moment of going down first, which of course it's doing now. So this is what I was talking about earlier, right? So you try not to really buy a stock while it's going up. Usually you want to wait for that first time it dips down and then get in. You get a better entry price. So if anyone is trying to get in and you're watching, you can definitely wait for this fall point right here and get in right after that. That would be perfect. Let's see. Other than this, what else are people talking about? USWS. Yeah, but this already happened. It already did a pretty big jump, so not much there. And I could grab some of PIRS to ride this along for now, but there also is a moment of just flight. It's always funny how that happens, by the way. So this timing has never really failed me. We're right after, so I was watching this for quite a while, but of course right after I hit the buy now button, it does a swing down, but it's all about the hope here, right? So we're all hopeful that this is gonna make a turnaround and then break what it was going towards, which is hopefully break 16. But anyone else that didn't exactly hit buy yet would just be able to join in as this descent is happening. This is when you want to buy, when the descending aspect is taking place. So like 1556, 57, after this fall down from my entry price 1578, these are obviously much better prices to grab it at, so that you can follow it up once again. Some of the other things we had bought earlier, by the way, let's take a look at some of those that I'm holding. So we got JZXN and U1. Neither of these seem to be making their way back up either, so we'll wait on that for another day. Keep waiting. So now I guess that's about it for TLRY. PIRS is starting to fly. Would have also been good to get into. Let's see. PIRS. Is it really gonna make that big of a jump? To go up a whole dollar? It's possible. So at this point, since I'm kind of interested in grabbing PIRS big time, I'm gonna take the L on this ETC right here and put all of that into whatever the next thing I'm gonna trade is, because ETC not looking very promising today. It's I mean, I wasn't awake at 3 a.m. or I would have sold right there. But yeah, that's an L. That is not gonna work out. Just not the right time lately to be investing into crypto. Cryptos are dead. I mean, yesterday would have been a good day actually. If I had bought it earlier and bid ETC up while it was going up 50% throughout yesterday, that would have been perfect. But that obviously didn't end up happening. So now looking at PIRS, PIRS is looking like a nice penny stock worth climbing with. Let's see how much I can grab. Is he gonna make a downward trend right now? I'm looking at possibly grabbing 15,000 of PIRS. AMPC on the way back up, This is still falling, so I'm gonna go ahead and close that out. And close that out as well. OBLN may do something today. Prevention bio, excuse me. Not looking like anything insane here. PIRS, is it gonna go up? It could, but see, I'd rather wait for this part right here. Yeah, wait for that one little hill to form like this, and hopefully it'll do a jump like that again too. We don't know yet, but if you don't want to get in at the top, right? You want to get in at a better, like 236 would have been a great price to get in. Yep, that first time it fell down. Often very hard to work on these things when you have too many things to look at, but today's just, actually yesterday, according to a post I saw on Twitter, apparently yesterday was one of the days that there was the least investment in trades that occurred in the stock market volume wise, like all around volume was the lowest it's been in forever in America. So that was a pretty interesting read right there. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let me see. So basically the point is that things are pretty dull lately, with of course, you know, inflation and shit not being that fun. Apparently it's so volatile that I cannot buy even a pretty good amount of PIRS. Like I'm trying to get 10,000 of it, and that I have more than enough fund for that. That's only going to come out of 26k, and it's still trying to tell me to do a limit order. That's very interesting. Come on. There's no way I can't fit into that price. Alright, so let's just try to grab a smaller amount maybe. Let's grab half right now. Let's grab 5,000. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that first order of 5,000 and then grab another 5,000 of it separately. And that's two orders of 5,000 each. Let's see what went through here. This might be the grab that actually makes some positivity occur. So 263 was the average cost that it let me get in to grab 10,000 of it. Alright, so if this approaches $3, worth getting out of, taking whatever pluses occur. TLRY on its way down, but this wasn't maximal. I didn't put everything into here, so as it's going down, if it tries to make another trend back up, I'll try to grab some more of it, lower my average cost, have a bigger ride back up. But it looks like it's just sitting there for now. This is 258 now, of course. Okay, so USWS, OBLN, PRBB, they're just chilling right now. Not much else happening for these guys. Very, very even day. So this is very volatile, but it's also above what I would like to get in on. OBLN looking like it's done, so I'm gonna close that out. Not really seeing much action here either. Did its thing overnight, so let's get rid of that. AMPC may become relevant. We can see, because right after its overnight thing, it hasn't made any growth today. It started the day at 528 and it's down 20 cents. Maybe it'll make a trend up. Okay, so here we see now TLRY coming back up. 15, what did I need to do? 78. Alright, so I got some time on that. And then PIRS, we're in at 263. So these two are today's plays for now. Let's see what happens with them. I'm hoping that TLRY is going to break 16, and I'm hoping PIRS is going to reach as close to 3 as possible. And then either one that does the job will be good to go, because that's about it for today. I don't see anything else that looks very promising. And again, like, so with these live streams, what I do is I share whatever's there, talk about whatever's popping. You get to see where I did put my money in. You get to learn whatever you learn. And then in tomorrow's morning session, regardless of whether or not I day trade every single morning, tomorrow morning I'll basically re-edit the title for this video as soon as I'm done with whatever the gains were, and I'll revise whatever gains or losses occurred, and then we give it a shot again tomorrow. So yeah, let's hope for the best. Good luck to everyone watching and trying, and then we'll continue again tomorrow.